Alright. Some of you may have seen some of you may have seen this game over here and wondering why I haven't picked it yet. Next time. For now, we have another live game with Rader Elcaroman on Bible Black. This is once again a part of the Discord Live League where we play 5 minutes plus 2-minute increment games against each other. We both picked Eagle. This is tier 2, of course, Eagle. He took the Penguins, so I had to hire some mercenaries from Grey Sky to once again fight against the Penguins, as much as I don't want to. But if they want Penguins, they can have Penguins. So, let's begin. Alright. Going for the turn 1 capture, obvious. Going for the neutral base, obvious. Going for the turn 1 airport, obvious. And I decided to go for the back property for income. He sends his penguin to the right to capture these properties. This is a capture chain, so I suppose that's a perfectly fine reason. I chose to go for the center properties because I want to capture these a little faster. I'll definitely get these 2 properties anyway. I start with an artillery because I'm Eagle. He does the same. I want to pressure this base with the artillery, at least that's the plan right now. And I built a second artillery because, well, the first artillery is already denying this capture. And I just really wanted to pressure this area, so that in such a way that if they destroy one artillery, my other artillery will get a shot on it. I decided to skip the comm tower for now since we both went artillery, we're not fighting anytime soon. Let's just go for the properties for the income. Also skipping the comm tower, of course, we're not fighting yet, there's no reason to capture it. Gets a battlecopter, I built an anti-air in response, and here we go chasing the battlecopter again. And I moved my artillery here to cover this infantry. Maybe it's better to keep pressuring these corners, but you definitely want to control the center, because if you join your units together, you can squish your separated enemy one by one. Like, you can squish this army. If they built a medium tank to push your tanks away, then you can just immediately shift all your tanks down here and squish that army. So center control is very important. I suppose Max also has ideas on a map like this where you definitely want to control the middle. Battlecopter continues flying to the right. And just like before, my anti-air gives chase, and I built a battlecopter of my own. I considered going for this capture right now, but it's not happening. Like, there's no way I can actually enforce this capture. My artillery could go here to cover it, but it will get shot at the infantry, and I don't exactly have too many counter plays. Okay, so I chose to just join my artillery together so that the artillery would cover one another, as well as cover this infantry on the property. They picked off one of my infantry here, I believe. Yeah, they did. I decided to do this attack because I don't have anything right now to defend these properties. I might as well weaken this infantry to delay captures against me. Meanwhile, I decide to go in, artillery covering each other, and now I have a ball of vehicles over here. And I built triple tank, because I can afford 3 tanks. Definitely want my vehicle count up. My sudden push over here probably encourage a sudden push against me, but I don't think the artillery here in the woods is a good idea. It's aiming at my base, but I don't know. I don't necessarily like that. I got a shot on that artillery, get another shot on it. I think it's kind of funny how this full huff infantry made it 10 HP to 9 HP, and then this 6 HP infantry dropped it to 7. That's actually hilarious. I get a shot over here. This artillery isn't covering it, so I think this is a perfectly fine shot. And I just built a mech. Mech with 2 movements over the mountains can take a shot at that artillery if that artillery tries to shoot at my tank. And then I just join. I wanted some healthy infantry so I can wall break infantries. A 6 HP infantry isn't going to do anything, it's just going to die anyway. So that's why I decided to join. But also this is live, so I shouldn't have to justify any of my decisions. Right. He did a pretty good job over here. Getting both my artillery, so my plan of if you shoot one artillery, the other one shoots you, didn't work out as great as I thought it would be. Still, I killed this battlecopter. I attacked that tank again. I decided to start shifting my battlecopter. There's no anti-air over here right now. There's 2 anti-air up here. So I decided to just send the battlecopter to the other front and let my double tank reinforcement cover this area, because anti-air can't take on tanks. So I also weakened the only opposing tank on this side, so I'm pretty much winning on this side right now. And I built 2 more tanks because I can afford it. Artillery backs off. It's always a painful thing to do if you set up your artillery, take some hits, and then you can't even shoot at your artillery with it. That's always something you don't want to happen, and it's just unfortunate. Well, I can't break through to that artillery, so yeah. Obviously I'm going to play on this side first, because it's a live game. Spend less time doing what I know I will do. Kill off this anti-air, start capturing this property, wall it off a little bit, and then I see this medium tank. I decided to, while I did attack the anti-air, I decided to start slowly shifting my army to the left, because I don't want to fight that medium tank. I already lost my artillery in this area. So I moved my anti-air down and to the left, I moved my inter-tank down and to the left, and these 2 just sat there to kill the anti-air, so it's fine that they're here. Also, broke through that tank to get another shot at that artillery. Use my mech to get a nice shot here. I think this is a... I'm not going to talk about luck rolls, I don't check the damage calc. This is a live game, no time to check. And I built a medium tank of my own. Alright. I thought I could wall it off successfully, but I couldn't. Interrupts this capture. Cripples my mech, pretty much. Kills it, and it's getting dangerously close to my base. Fortunately, or unfortunately, this tank is not covered by the artillery, so I'm happy about it. And I could just destroy the artillery with a battlecopter. So I do that. Destroy the artillery. Support it with an anti-air so that if this battlecopter tries anything, my anti-air could do something about it. And I look at the power at this point. This is a live game, but I do look at the power and I think it's a little close to the superpowers. I'm going to put all my units outside of that medium tank range. This tank can't get across without being in range, so I leave it here. And build a recon just in case any shenanigans. If you want to block this base, I just make it very difficult to block it. Battlecopter attacks battlecopter. And at this point, I look at the powers and I think there's no way he's getting the superpower. The only way he's getting his superpower would have probably been sacking this battlecopter, but if you sack this battlecopter, your lightning strike isn't going to be that strong because if we look at the unit composition, oh I forgot to change the music. If we look at the unit composition, an overwhelming majority of that army is just infantry, so not a lot of units are going to benefit from lightning strike. Compared to my army, where half of my army is non-infantry. This one, let's count the vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-infantry vehicles. And you have to sack one of them to the anti-air to get the charge, and another one is injured, so it's really just an effective 5 units. Well, I suppose you could build more vehicles on that turn, but they won't come into play. Still, this medium tank would probably only get 1 tank, and even if he does lightning strike this turn, the medium tank would be in very big danger if it shoots at a tank, because I can move my artillery in and then get a shot with my lightning strike. I could also move this battlecopter in and get a shot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If I send this over here to capture these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Another thing is, no, I can't base block that. I thought I could with my tanks and lightning strike. But this base would have been crippled. There's not much to be gained over here with a lightning strike, especially if you sack the copter. The only thing you will gain is probably just another infantry with this, 1 tank with this, and maybe 1 shot against my medium tank. But I think my more mobile, more numerous vehicles will definitely benefit from the lightning strike much more than he would. My recon, for example, could shoot at that artillery twice, or maybe shoot at these penguins. Either way, I think I was winning this, but not getting that power definitely sealed it.